This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Tropang Giga advances early, rests up for final strike. Sinner survives shocker. Dimitrov retires while leading 2 sets to love. Philippines makes history on World Volleyball Day, sets the stage for V-League showdown. In Major League Baseball, Schanuel walks it off. Angels edge Rangers 6-5 in thriller. While in the NBA, Mitchell, Topić shine as thunderstorm past Sixers in Salt Lake. And join us as we catch up with Terrafirma Dyip forward Louie Sangalang as he talks about the crossroads ahead. All the headlines and more. Don't miss the Scorecard tonight, the 8th of July. Now, here's our roundup. From 0-3 to the finals, Tropang Giga's comeback proved to be a war. TNT Tropang Giga closed out rain or shine in 6 games, and now they're getting the break they badly need. The 97-89 win at the Big Dome didn't just send them to the finals, it bought them time to heal. With Galvin Oftana, who's one of the many players battling injuries, saying, gamot na lang yung lumalaban. With Game 1 of the final set for July 13, TNT has a chance to recover before chasing a Grand Slam. Even without R.R. Pogoy and Kelly Williams, TNT got big games from Jordan Heading, Brandon Ganuelas-Rosser, Glenn Cobuntin, Kim Aurin, and Brian Heruela. R.R. Pogoy, now back doing shooting drills, said he prayed hard to avoid a Game 7. Ginebra and San Miguel clash as well in a do-or-die game tomorrow, and the winner faces a rested, reloaded, and relentless Tropang 5G. Grigor Dimitrov was in control until a sudden injury brought his Wimbledon run to a heartbreaking halt. Dimitrov had number 1 seed Jannik Sinner on the brink, up 2 sets and playing inspired tennis. But at 2-2 in the 3rd set, a shock injury ended his Wimbledon dream. Dimitrov fell to the grass, clutching his right pec after a serve. He tried to continue but soon walked to the net, shaking Sinner's hand and waving to an applauding center court crowd.
He is one of the most hardworking players on tour, and yeah, it's very unfortunate. Thank you for coming, but this is not the end we wanted to see, and it's very sad, and yeah, we all wish him only the best.
The retirement marks his 5th straight Grand Slam exit due to injury, adding to a growing list of heartbreaking setbacks. He was looking to reach his first Wimbledon quarterfinal since 2014. Sinner, who had cruised through earlier rounds, finds himself under pressure for the first time. He needed a medical timeout of his own in the 2nd set for an elbow issue, but will move on to face Ben Shelton in the quarterfinals. The win goes to Sinner, but the heart of the match belonged to Dimitrov, who once again showed fight even in farewell. From a landmark celebration at SM Mall of Asia to a blockbuster clash in Ilocos Sur, Philippine volleyball takes center stage this week. The Philippines hosted its first ever World Volleyball Day at SM MOA with the Alas Pilipinas women, Philippine National Volleyball Federation officials, and FIVB organizers in attendance. Now the action shifts to Candon City as the Southeast Asia Men's V-League kicks off on July 9. Alas Pilipinas men, now led by Phil-Am Steve Rotter, eye a strong homestand despite losing Brian Bagunas to injury. Mainstays like Malabunga, Retamar, and Ramirez return under Coach Frigoni, gearing up for the 2025 World Championship. Thailand defends its title with AVC stars back in the lineup, while Indonesia, Vietnam, and newcomer Cambodia look to crash the podium. A total prize pool of $55,000 is at stake, with $13,000 going to the champion. Moving on to Major League Baseball, down to the final strike, Nolan Schanuel showed ice in his veins, drawing a bases-loaded walk to lift the Angels over the Rangers in Anaheim. Nolan Schanuel fought back from a 0-2 count, then took a 3-2 changeup below the zone from Hobie Milnell to seal a walk-off walk. Angels stunned the Rangers 6-5. Luis Rengifo started the ninth with a double. Newman followed with a single. Neto was intentionally walked to load the bases. Then came Schanuel's moment. Travis Darnaud led the offense with a 2-run homer early and an RBI double in the sixth that helped the Angels turn a 4-3 deficit into a 5-4 lead. Corey Seager launched a 2-run shot for Texas in the first. Josh Smith tied the game 5-5 in the eighth with an RBI double. Texas had a chance in the ninth, but a sharp ground ball from Seager turned into a huge 4-6-3 double play. Then Kenlen Jansen struck out Marcus Semien to end the frame. DeGrom and Kikuchi didn't deliver the duel. Both gave up multiple runs over 5 innings, but in the end, Schanuel walked it off with the Angels walking away with a statement win. In the NBA, Oklahoma City's Young Guns took center stage and delivered a strong statement. The OKC Thunder took down the Philadelphia 76ers 89-78 at the 2025 Salt Lake City Summer League. After a slow start, the Thunder picked up steam in the second quarter, outscoring the Sixers 22-17 and never looked back. OKC's defense locked in during a 5-minute stretch where the Sixers couldn't buy a bucket that shifted the momentum heavily in the second quarter. The Thunder also dominated points off turnovers, converting the Sixers' mistakes into fast break opportunities that kept the pressure on throughout. Ajay Mitchell led the charge with 16 points, while Nikola Topić came back from a knee injury, filled the stat sheet with 11 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 boards despite struggling from the field. Mady Sissoko added 13 points and 9 rebounds. Chris Youngblood came off the bench firing, hitting 4 triples for 15 points. Judah Mintz starred for Philly with 21 points, while Jalen Hood-Schifino added 17, and Justin Edwards had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Thunder and Sixers will be back on the court. OKC faces the Jazz, while Philly takes on the Grizzlies. Now, here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Did you know Wushu has a full-contact fighting discipline called Sanda? Sanda means free fighting, a modern combat sport that is part of Wushu, featuring punches, kicks, throws, and takedowns. Sanda matches are held on an elevated platform called the Lei Tai, and points are scored through clean strikes, controlled throws, and ring dominance. Sanda combines traditional martial arts techniques with modern competitive rules. It's time for our off-court buzzer. Now, for those who don't know it yet but are closely following the action at Wimbledon, the tennis ball slammed by Djokovic, Murray, and the world's best at Wimbledon are made right here in the Philippines. Before it bounces on center court, it's built by Filipino hands. The official tennis balls used at Wimbledon are made in Mariveles, Bataan. The Slazenger balls travel thousands of miles across 11 countries before landing on the grass. Every ball is tested for bounce, weight, and pressure, assembled with pride by Filipino craftsmanship. Since 2002, the Bataan factory has been the exclusive producer for Wimbledon. So next time you watch a Wimbledon winner lift the trophy, remember this: the ball that got them there started in Mariveles. Also creating much unwanted noise is the possible arrest of boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. if deported to Mexico. The fall from grace continues for the former world champion, as a Mexican court rejects his appeal to avoid arrest if deported from the U.S.-Mexico's Attorney General. That confirmed that a court has rejected multiple injunctions filed by Chavez Jr. The 39-year-old boxer, son of legendary champ Julio Cesar Chavez, was arrested in Los Angeles last week for being in the country illegally and is allegedly linked to the Sinaloa cartel. Mexico issued an arrest warrant for Chavez in 2023 for organized crime and arms trafficking, according to the Attorney General's office. Despite 5 to 6 legal attempts to secure his release upon arrival in Mexico, the court said it could not rule until he is formally deported. An immigration hearing in the U.S. will decide if he'll be sent back to Mexico. Chavez's legal team denies the allegations, claiming the case is being used to scare undocumented migrants amid ongoing U.S. raids. His arrest came just days after a heavy loss to YouTuber-turned-fighter Jake Paul in front of a sellout crowd at Honda Center in Anaheim. Once a WBC middleweight champion, Chavez Jr. holds a record of 54-7-1, but his career has been marred by drug suspensions, legal issues, and a sharp decline in form. And that's a roundup for tonight, the 8th of July. Up next, join us as we catch up with Terrafirma Jeep forward Louie Sangalang as he talks about the crossroads ahead when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Rumors are swirling that his team's future might be in limbo. But this Terrafirma Jeep forward knows that despite the bumpy crossroads ahead, he just has to roll with the punches and carry on. Let's catch up with Mr. Louie Sangalang, coming to us live via Zoom all the way from Japan. Brother, kamusta? Kamusta pare? Good evening.
Okay lang.
Kamusta naman ang panahon dyan sa Japan?
Summer ngayon dito, so parang nasa Pilipinas lang din.
Okay. Kasi ngayon sa Pilipinas, medyo maulan eh.
Oo.
Anyway, brother, maraming salamat sa oras. Thank you for staying up kasi 1 hour ahead kayo dyan sa Japan. Gusto lang kita i-congratulate kasi pare, naka 2 years ka na sa PBA. Tapos yung huli mong conference sa Philippine Cup, grabe yung mga numero mo. 17 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 3.1 assists per game. Parang mas maganda pa ata yung linalaro mo dyan sa PBA kaysa sa Letran, ha? Pero naka 3 championships ka sa Letran. Kamusta naman yung 2 seasons mo sa PBA?
First 2 seasons ko sa PBA, parang natutunan ko kailangan tough ka sa physically and mentally. Dapat ready ka. Kasi iba na eh. Yung mga kalaban mo, puro veterans na. So, kailangan mentally prepared ka and physically prepared ka din.
Oo, pero yun nga, parang mas maganda pa nga yung numbers mo sa PBA kaysa sa nung kino-cover kita sa NC eh. Paano ka naman nakapag-adjust? Nagdo-double time ka ba pagdating sa weights, pagdating sa ensayo, mga game plan mo?
Sa ensayo, ganun, pupuhunan din ako sa sarili ko, sa katawan ko para pagdating sa court, alam mo yun, may baon akong kumpiyansa kasi alam ko na pinaghirapan ko to, kaya yung kumpiyansa ko doon ko kinukuha para ma-boost yung confidence ko sa loob ng court.
Ayun. Okay, Louie, sanay ka mag-champion eh. Kasi 3 beses kita kinover sa NCAA. All those 3 years sa Letran, nag-champion ka. Nag-champion ka ulit sa Asia Basket, nag-champion ka pa sa MPBL. Ang laki ng adjustment mo sa PBA kasi from a championship culture, napunta ka sa isang team na struggling. So, gaano kahirap yon yung adjustment mo na nasanay ka sa mga panalo, tapos ngayon, syempre, kumakayod kayo, sinusubukan nyo na gumawa ng pangalan as Terrafirma?
Yun nga eh, sobrang miss ko na yun, yung gold na trophy na yun. Pero, syempre, hindi naman palaging nasa taas. Siguro, itong nangyayari na to, may purpose to sa karir ko. And sabi nga sa akin ni Kuya Aldrich Ramos, yung one of my veterans, sabi niya, kahit na win or loss, sabi niya, kailangan you can handle it like a pro, sabi niya.
Okay.
Basta tuloy-tuloy lang, work hard lang, and stay ready.
Alam mo, brother, sayang naalala ko nung nagko-cover ako sa PBA, Philippine Cup 2024, umabot ang Terrafirma sa quarterfinals. Ang kalaban nyo, number 1 na San Miguel. Tinalo nyo ang San Miguel in the first game. So, nag-do or die kayo ng San Miguel.
Do or die.
So, ano yung iniisip nyo? Like, during that time, nag-uusap ba kayo as a team na, pre, kaya natin to, kaya natin maka-upset?
Oo, ang mindset talaga namin is parang eto na to, may chance na talaga kasi do or die na to, nagawa natin ng game 1. So, ibig sabihin, kaya nating ulitin, di ba? Kasi, bilog ang bola. So, may chance talaga.
Tapos naalala ko si Stephen Holt, in-interview siya pagkatapos sinasabi niya, ito, di ba ito ang gusto nyo, di ba? Yung mga underdog kaya manalo. Okay, so after that, ang nangyari, Stephen Holt napunta sa Ginebra, tapos later on si Wami Tiongson napunta naman sa San Miguel. Naisip nyo ba na, alam mo yun, sayang kasi kumbaga buo na yung team nyo eh. Lumalaban na tapos biglang nagkawatak-watak. Ano yung naging adjustment nyo nung nangyari yung mga bagay na yun?
Sayang. Pero in-approach ko siya na parang naging challenge siya sa akin kasi paano ako magpe-perform and paano ko dadalhin yung mga kasama ko na wala na yun sila. Pero may good thing din na nangyari kasi bukod sa marami akong natutunan kay Wami at saka kay Holt, yung dumating na si Kuya Stanley and si Kuya Terrence, good vets din naman sila. So, marami din akong natutunan sa kanila.
Louie, ngayon, syempre ang pinaka mainit na balita with regards to Terrafirma, yung uncertain future. Kahit ikaw, in-interview ka, sinabi mo, hindi mo pa alam kung ano mangyayari. Pati si Stanley Pringle, pinapirma niya yung jersey niya sa lahat ng mga teammates. So, kamusta naman yon yung last game nyo nung natapos kayo sa Philippine Cup?
After ng game namin, parang nagbanding kaming teammates. Parang nagpapirma si Kuya Stan ng jersey niya kasi we're not sure nga sa mangyayari. Di namin alam kung mangyayari kahit sino sa amin. Pero we're just staying ready lang. Kami, lalo na yung ibang kasama ko, sabi ko, stay ready lang tayo whatever happens. At least ready tayo, di ba?
Tsaka brother, di ba yung kontrata mo live pa? As in, meron ka pang existing contract ngayon sa Terrafirma.
Oo, ano pa, ongoing pa ako ngayon.
Okay, so sa ngayon, ang instruction lang sa'yo is just stay ready at mag-abang kung ano mangyayari.
Yun ang ano sa amin. Pero ako din sa sarili ko, lagi kong inaano sa sarili ko na kailangan ready ako. Iniisip ko na pwede mangyari itong ganito, ganyan. So whatever happens, alam ko sa sarili ko na wala akong sabihin na sayang, hindi ako ready. I'm not ready to play. So, ako, kahit nandito ako, nag-workout ako, nag-extra ako, I'm just staying ready lang, kuya.
Okay. Louie, pagkatapos ng 2 seasons, you're getting ready kahit anong mangyari for your 3rd season in the PBA. Ano yung mga bagay na dadagdag mo sa laro mo? Kasi syempre, alam ko, nandoon yung post-up mo, yung toughness mo. Ano pa yung gusto mong idagdag sa laro mo?
Siguro yung outside shot, kailangan ko na maging consistent kahit pa paano dumarating na siya sa akin. Pero need ko yung maging consistent. Tsaka sana makapag-perform ako consistently na maganda habang nakukuha namin yung win. Ganon.
Okay. Louie, napapanood mo ba yung semis ngayon? Nakita mo ba yung ginawa ni LA Tenorio nung isang gabi?
Grabe nga yun. Grabe yun si Kuya LA. Talagang nawindang lahat kay Kuya LA talaga. Di ba? Pati
Eto.
si Coach Tim Cone.
Eto, brother, bukas Game 7. Sino sa tingin mo yung llamado sa bakbakan na yon? San Miguel, Ginebra? Kasi syempre, momentum, nasa Ginebra, kakashoot lang ni LA. Pero yung San Miguel, may Junmar Fajardo naman, may CJ Perez. So para sa'yo, sino sa tingin mo yung mas malaki yung chance sa manalo? Game 7.
Para sa akin, kuya, kung sino siguro yung unang mag-click sa kanila kasi magkaiba silang strength. Sabi mo nga, mayroong Junmar. Sa kabila naman, may Scotty, tas maganda yung system din nila. So parang para sa akin, kung sino yung unang mag-click sa start, parang ngayon yung makakakuha ng Game 7.
Kumbaga depende kung sino yung makauna. Wag lang magpatambak sa una, no?
Oo.
Okay.
Ang hirap kasi pagka Ginebra at San Miguel Alam mong kayang ibigay niyan hanggang huli. Iba yung kaya nilang ibigay
Idol, kanino ka mas nahirapan bantayan? Kay Japet o Junmar Fajardo? Pag nakaka-match up mo yung dalawa.
Para sa akin, pag na-switch ako sa kanila kasi forward ako, ang hirap si Kuya Junmar eh. Parang may sumandal na malaking poste sa akin pagka sinalo ko siya bigla. Biglang may haharang na malaki.
Sa mga nakaka-match up mo sa PBA sa forward position, kanino ka pinaka na bigla na, uy, nandito na pala ako sa PBA, ka-match up ko na pala to?
Going up against siguro Calvin, Ian, sila Japet, sila Junmar. Ayan, kasi minsan pag kahit forward ka, nasa-switch up ka sa mga center guy eh. So, parang yung dati mong pinapanood lang, iniidolo mo is nakakalaro mo na kahit kalaban mo sila, natututo na ako sa kanila.
Eto, brother, may tanong lang ako, curious lang ako kasi syempre galing ka sa 3 champion sa NCAA, marami sa mga kakampi mo na sa PBA, katulad ni Fran Yu. So, naisip mo ba na, baka in the future, maging teammate ko to, si Fran Yu, o kung sino pa man, yung mga naging teammates mo sa Letran?
Minsan, naiisip din namin yan kasi ngayon, meron akong few teammates na kakampi ko sa Letran si Brent and si Tommy.
Yun.
Diba? So, parang tapos yung coach pa namin is si Coach Raymond Chonko din, di ba? Sa Letran. So, napapag-usapan namin minsan yan. Paano kaya kung ganito, no? Kung mabuo natin yung Avengers sa Letran. Kung mabuo natin yun, ang ganda na.
Avengers, Well, sino si Fran Yu sa Avengers?
Sino ba siya doon? Yun na mamana.
Si Hawkeye ba? Si Hawkeye. Okay, Louie, bago tayo magtapos, syempre, hindi pa natin alam kung ano magiging next chapter sa career mo. Pero kung sino man ang kumuha sa'yo, kung ano man ang mangyayari, kung mabili itong Terrafirma franchise, ano yung maipapangako ng isang Louie Sangalang sa susunod na team, sa susunod na mga teammates na kukuha sa kanya?
Sa akin, kuya, alam din ng mga nakakapanood sa akin kung anong kaya ko ibigay. Energy, toughness, or defense, kung anong kailangan ipagawa. Kaya ko mag-adjust and sabi ko nga, ready lang. So, I can perform naman siguro. Alam ko naman din sa sarili ko, kuya. And may tiwala ko sa sarili ko na kaya mag-perform. So, sana magtuloy-tuloy pa ang pag-angat.
Ayan, nagsisimula ka pa lang, brother. 2 seasons in the PBA. Congratulations. Masaya kami sa mga nagagawa mo. Tuloy-tuloy lang, brother. And tiwala lang sa Diyos. And kung ano man ang mangyari sa susunod na chapter ng career mo, all the best. And maraming salamat, Louie.
Thank you, kuya. Thank you. Thank you sa inyo.
Thank you. Ingat ka dyan sa Japan. Ingat. See you pagbalik mo.
You.
Okay, thank you. Louie Sangalang with us here on The Scorecard. Up next, the final chapter in this semis classic. The defending champs won't go quietly, but Ginebra's heartbeat is still loud. And LA Tenorio just shocked the Beermen back to life. Fajardo, Thompson, Perez, Tenorio, big names, bigger stakes, one game to decide it all. Who blinks first? Who rises? We're about to find out. So you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to The Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. All right, PBA fans, I cannot wait for this because this is what it's all about. Game 7, no more do-overs. 2 teams, 1 ticket to the finals. And for Barangay Ginebra, it took a miracle or maybe just LA Tenorio being LA Tenorio to keep that dream alive. And when you talk about clutch in the PBA, LA Tenorio's name has been in the conversation. Salute to the General LA. This guy just hit the biggest shot of the season, a dagger 3 with 2 seconds left to save Ginebra's season. He didn't need 20 points. He just needed that 1 bucket. And what a moment it was. The kind of cold-blooded, deep-range decision-making that only a battle-tested vet pulls off. Tim Cohn said it best. We were grasping at straws, so we turned to our leader, and he delivered. It wasn't just Tenorio though. Scotty Thompson, back to MVP form. Yes, 16 rebounds from your point guard. Japeth Aguilar added 16 as well. While Stephen Holt, Rosario, and Abarrientos dropped 12 points each. Ginebra didn't win pretty. They won tough. They clawed back from a double-digit halftime deficit. They surged late and made every possession count when it mattered. You can't say San Miguel didn't punch back though. Junmar Fajardo, he had 21 points and 12 rebounds, doing what Junmar Fajardo does best. CJ Perez, agresivo. He was clutch. He was creative. But when the game hung in the balance, Perez had that look, the angle, the moment. The ball just did not fall. And that's the difference between legend and heartbreak. So now, we head to Game 7, baby. Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Momentum is tricky. Ginebra has the emotion, the crowd, and the captain back in rhythm. But San Miguel, with that front court, that playoff DNA, that depth, won't go quietly. Will we get another miracle? Will Fajardo dominate the paint? Will CJ Perez bounce back under pressure? Or does L.A. Tenorio have one more magic moment in his bag? We shall see. Either way, I'm super excited. So stay ahead of the game as the road to the PBA Finals comes down to one last battle. Legacies are on the line. Hearts will be put on the floor. And Game 7, we're ready to make history. Let's break it all down. Who stands tall when the lights are brightest? Check this out. And that's a wrap on our Game 7 preview. 2 Titans, 1 slot in the finals, and 0 room for error. The General just wrote another chapter, but the beermen aren't done brewing. Every possession matters, every minute counts, so tune in, lock in, and keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From Asia's premier pole vaulter, holding multiple Asian records and a World Championship silver medal, EJ Obiena once said, "The goal is to win, and to do that, there's going to be a lot of training." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.